Nomadic Fanatic stays in a trash campsite and then in a potato. And it looks like Sarasota Dimwit is off the boat. Okay, well, let's see. I was away over the weekend. I was busy over the weekend doing stuff. And then yesterday I had some things to take care of. So I was out running around all day with the missus. So apparently I've missed a lot. Not really, but, you know, because whatever changes around here on on YouTube. And especially when it comes to Sarasota Tim. He's, snooze fest, always. So, yeah, it would appear that Tim is off the boat, and he is, I guess, from what I saw, I watched other people. I didn't watch Tim. I guess he was doing laundry and sitting in the car yabbering about things, about his disappointments with the cruise. But we know that's not going to last, because no matter what he says, if this was horrible or that was bad or this was bad, and mainly it was children, but you know, it'll turn, because either today or tomorrow it'll be, it was the best cruise ever, folks. It was the best cruise I ever been on, folks. It was the best one, top tier premium, because I'm a diamond, gold star, elite, super class, whatever bullshit membership he has. But it's Tim, so it has to be the elite, the top of the line, even if it is shit. Now, from what I understand, well, we know Tim's not that fond of children, and I guess the thing is, Tim's consensus is that why take kids on a cruise when they're not going to remember? Well, all right, shocker. Here, guess what? I will say this: certain things, kids aren't going to remember. However, there still can be documentation. For instance, see, the thing that I like not flip out about, but is when these people throw these elaborate first birthdays. Yeah, it's the child's first birthday that they have been on this planet an entire year, 1 year. So these people go out and spend tons of money with the decorations and the bouncy houses and the this and the balloons and the that and the nice little suits and and all that. For what? For what? That child is not going to, enjoy it because it's one, and it's not going to remember. Now, a simple little birthday and, you know, a little hat, and it's like me and my daughter when she was one. We have a little photo of me and her. She's in her little high chair smashing cake and everything, and I'm next to her, and we have a nice little photo for a memory of that occasion. But yeah, she didn't remember it and all that, but it did happen. Now, when it comes to a cruise, that's a different story. That's like saying, well, we're going to go on a week's vacation to, I don't know, France, for instance. Well, just toss the kid in a bin with some food and some toys? What are you going to do? You have children. Now, I understand that Tim is not one to know anything about responsibility and rearing the children, because he just, you know, escaped all that responsibility. Hell, he even said his own words that he didn't even, I'm not wasting money on health insurance for these little crotch goblins. So yeah, Tim and children, it isn't a match made in heaven for sure. So whether the kid's going to enjoy it or remember it or not, if the parents want to go on a cruise and the only way they can go on a cruise is to drag their little rugrats along with, guess what they're going to do? It's a big floating city, and when you go to the city, any city, guess what there is? There's children running around. There's toys and slides and pools. What do you think all those little toys and things are for? Is it for you, Timmy? You and your watch collection? No, it's for children. If you don't like children, you should go on one of those adult cruises, or one where there's less likely to be children. And just because it's school time, well, I thought the kids would be back in school. Well, it's the beginning of the school year. And they probably went in and said, yeah, I'm here. Okay, this is my teacher. This is my class. Oh, yeah, by the way, we'll be back in a week because we're outie. It's just the way it is. If you don't like it, well, then instead of mooching and getting free cruises for this and that and the other thing, well, pay, you cheap prick. I guess the other thing is he got it. Whatever it is, he got it. I don't know what he got, but he got it, and it's some kind of illness. And come on, let's face it. You were on a cruise. Not everybody that goes on a cruise gets ill or gets everything passed around. But we're talking about Tim here. Timmy. We're talking about Mr. Touchy-feely. Poke, 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 touch, touch, touch. Look, there's meat. Look, there's a plate. Look at this. See that? Look at this table. Look, that guy left a piece of cake. Look, here's his fork. You know, Tim always, his nose is always doing something. He's always rubbing his eye, and he touches something else, and it's his own stupid ass fault. He's one of the most disgusting, unhygienic people that I watch here on YouTube. And I watch some pretty grubby people. Some of these nomads are pretty fucking disgusting, if you ask me. But this guy touches everything. He can't keep his fucking hands off of nothing. And he wonders why he's sick. But then again, come on, it's Tim. He's got his verticulitis, or ridiculitis, like I call it, glaucoma, and now he got it. But don't worry, he's healthy as a horse, and there's no need for insurance. Timmy. But for me, the funniest thing is that the king of YouTube, Mr. YouTuber, Hey, I'm Sarasota Tim on YouTube. Go subscribe. See my hat? Mr. YouTuber, that cheap ass was too cheap to invest in his own business. That's right. He wouldn't buy internet. And that's exactly it. So when Pittsburgh Chris and the other folks say, you guys just lie and you make stuff up. Well, look, Tim didn't have a business, and he did. If he did, when he got all that government loan money, he didn't invest in his business. You can guarantee that. He invested in himself, just like he is a big-time YouTube star now, right? He is so popular and so famous, and he has 200,000 subscribers, and he's gathering more he probably has 10,000 more because everybody on that shit probably went and subscribed. But you think Tim would invest in his business? His business of YouTube? No. He wouldn't even allow himself to do his work, to do his prison job. He didn't even have the ability to do his daily job, his prison job, because he's a cheap prick. Yeah, he doesn't invest in his business now, and I'm sure he didn't invest in his business then, if he even had one, and I don't think he did. Now, while we're on the topic of Pittsburgh Chris, well, let me talk about something. I think this is hilarious. This is one of the best ones ever. So, again, he had Pittsburgh Chris had another one of his, these haters, it's one thing to have an opinion, but when you make up lies, and he ran through a list of this and that and that. But here's what he said. His words. Listen to what he said. This is exactly what he said. Now, blah, 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 blah. They make up lies about this, that, and him being adulterer. Okay? He said that we lied about Tim being in an adulterous relationship. The next thing he said was, and they even went as far as to say that him and Tammy had something to do with Tammy's husband's, not boyfriend, not brother, not father, not stepbrother, Tammy's husband's demise. So, therefore, if this man just passed away pretty recently, and Tim and Tammy have been in a relationship for many, 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 many years, Chris himself, Pittsburgh Chris himself, just said he's not in an adulterous relationship, but her husband. Well, see, maybe you should pick up a dictionary or even Google it there, Google Maps. So, Pittsburgh Chris, what is an adulterer? What is an adulterous relationship? One would think that if one has a husband and is sleeping with and residing with and running around with another man, said man is doing this with his friend's wife, they are therefore, in fact, not a lie, in fact, Pittsburgh Chris, in an adulterous relationship. So, who is the liar now? Out of your own words there, Chris? He's not an adulterer, but her husband. You're just not very bright, are you? Oh, anyway, let's move along to good old Tater Tot. That's right. Good old Nomadic Fanatic.
Who the fuck is Nomadic Fanatic?
See that little check mark?
That's right. Little check mark Tater. All right. Tater is at some free campsite. Well, dump site. I mean, there's tires in the water, and it's pretty nasty looking. But look at this, thanks, free campsites.net or whatever. Oh, look at this beautiful place. And he's getting his little tube, and he's got his fat ass, and he flops down on it in the water, and there's tires all over in the water. You can see them right there. It's disgusting, but Tater just loves it. He just thinks it's the greatest thing ever. Oh, my God. And then he starts talking about, I had to talk about this because I am from Pennsylvania, and he talks about getting beer, and I'm here. Just let him go ahead.
I found Rolling Rock Extra Pale Premium Beer. Not really a Northwest thing, but this is kind of what I grew up on at some of my favorite rivers in the Pacific Northwest, drinking Rolling Rock at Lyre River and Margaret McKinney. Although Rainier is still my Northwest beer, this also reminds me of the nice rivers up here.
You know why? Because that's what it is. It's mountain spring water. Premier beer. This dude drinks the nastiest beer. I mean, Bud Light, Busch, and Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock is made here in Pennsylvania. Latrobe, PA, to be exact. Yes, it's brewed with water from the Laurel Mountains of Pennsylvania. It's piss water. It's garbage. It's nothing. It's not beer. It's it's barely considered beer. It tastes like water. It's watered down piss. Oh, Tater. Man. If you wanted to be a big tough guy when you were a kid, and we're 21 or 20 still drinking and sneaking around. Oh yeah, I can sit down and I can pound 6 Rolling Rocks. Well, no shit, you're drinking water. You might as well open the tap and get a glass of water. Oh, this premium beer. He drinks garbage. Come on, Bud Light. Yeah, I guess you're going to say Miller High Life, the champagne beer. That's garbage beer too. And let me tell you, Rolling Rock is garbage. Tater doesn't know anything about beer, but what does he know about?
I've just received an update that the YouTuber known as Tater is still a pussy.
Then Tater and the missus, I guess they found some real fun spot to go to make their OnlyFans video. They stayed in a Tater. That's right. Everything is about Tater. Tater was talking about taters in his last video, and Tater, just a taters this and taters that, and he's even cooking taters. I'm cooking taters. They're not wedges. They're not tater wedges. There's something else, but he's all about taters, and he's all tatered out. But yeah, they decided they're going to rent a little room in a Tater. So there you go. Going over to the OnlyFans, and you can see Diana and Tater making mashed taters.
Oh my gosh, let's get up close. Let's look at it. Yeah, it looks like a russet potato to me. I see a water spigot out front. Here is the main door. There is a keypad and a key available for guests. We have the key, so we can just turn the key and walk into the famous Idaho Potato Hotel. Look at the wall.
There you go. Did you hear Muttley got there? Yeah, okay. Well, and that's about it for Tater. I mean, his videos lately have been kind of uneventful. There's some good stuff here and there. The salt flats with the foamy stuff was okay. But yeah, him staying at that garbage place with the tires in the water, yeah. But the one thing I do want to know is, will that nasty ass black thumbnail ever fucking heal?
I'm BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.